Welcome back, friends, and gather round for another episode of Simply Walking into Mordor. I think we're up to episode 44 now or something crazy like that. Well, guys, as always, my name is Nauglir, and a special welcome to you if this is your first time watching. We're here on the shores of Lake Nauglir, Evendim, and we're looking over the lake as a whole down there. Tilruinen, Tinadir. I don't think we can see Illuminas, it's too far away, but Rantos is right here. You can see all the ruins from the old kingdom. And it's just a sight to behold, isn't it? Look at that crystal water right down there. Yes, guys, we are going to continue our quests here in northern Emenuiel. We are picking up just where we left off, doing some quests for the Ents and the Elves in the Eve Spires. And we are heading up to the Evenrills, which is just up to the north here. We're going to cross this river, head on to aiding those people. Now, on the last episode, or the episode before that, I think, we had a good question from Jason Hogan again, and it was in relation to the LotRO Store. Here we are in the Evenrills. He wanted to know what some good things to spend his LotRO points on were. I think that'd be a good thing to talk about this episode. It's something that is there. I think I'm stuck in this water. Dear me. Alright, here we go. Made the jump. Okay. It's a good thing to talk about. The LotRO Store is quite useful if you know how to use it right. But there are lots of things that I don't think are as worth it. But the main thing that it comes down to is if you're VIP or not. It's going to change a lot about what you buy. Because lots of things are unlocked by default to VIP members and even to premium members compared to free-to-play players. Now, obviously, if you are free-to-play, it means you've never bought anything in the LotRO Store before or you never have spent any money on the game. And that's fine. That's a good way for people to play the game. I am a lifetime VIP member, so I do not have anything locked that would otherwise be locked, but there are things in the store that even VIPs have to buy, little extra things that I think are quite useful, and so we'll be going through the LotRO Store, and I've just got the LotRO wiki page up on a second screen in front of me. And I'll just go through and talk about which things are worth it, what's available from LotRO Store. In my opinion, if it's worth it or not. Obviously, everyone plays this game differently. I will focus on other things rather than some things, and that's just down to how I play the game and what I find that I enjoy about the game the most, and what I use in this game. So, without further ado, let's go through it. The first section on the LotRO Store is the account section. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm not going through the actual LotRO Store in-game is it's pretty big on the screen, so I want to actually play the game at the same time. But also, there's lots of things that I've already bought that won't even show up as possibilities for me because I've already bought them, and so I want to be able to talk about those things as well, just in case I forget things that I have bought in the past. But yes, the first is the account section, and under the account section we have quest packs and content, expansions, instances, that sort of thing. Now, if you're free to play, none of these will be unlocked by default. Maybe you have some of them if you bought some expansion packs, that sort of thing. But I would find these to be the most important of anything in the LotRO Store, especially if you are a free to play player. That's because I enjoy the content more than anything else in this game. And so I would buy quest packs that are not unlocked, and expansion packs as well. They will include instances, some of the quest packs and expansion packs, but other instances you have to buy separately. But yeah, I would definitely buy those instances and quest packs first. I guess if we were going to go for specific quest packs, I would take what is it? I think it's called the Path of the Fellowship. Is that still a thing? I'm not sure. There used to be a quest pack bundle that would take you on a decent route through Eriador, but I'm not sure. I'm looking at the page now. I can't see it there. So I would take First, I'll take the Troll Shores, perhaps, or maybe even Evendim. No, Evendim's still on the store. Just in terms of if you want to level up a character, these are the ones I would take to go up. You go Evendim, and then probably Angmar, Eregion, then obviously Moria, Lothlorien, Enedwaith I would take over Mirkwood, unless you wanted to do the... because the epics are free, I'm pretty sure. So you can just do them regardless of whether you have the quest back or not. So I would take Enedwaith over Mirkwood. And then after that, it's pretty self-explanatory. Take Isengard, take all of the Rohan, and then Western Gondor, Holdenorin, Mordor, all the way up to 115. So quest packs, I would say, are the best thing to buy. We finished our quests here, so we're going to take our map back to Northern Emnuiel. Quest packs, yeah, I would say the best thing to get, just because they unlock so much content in the game, and I think that's the best part about it. Now, Auction House, I wouldn't say that's particularly worth it. I don't post things on the Auction House that often. Some of you might, and so each their own, but yeah, I don't post that many things in the Auction House, so I wouldn't say that's a priority to get. Character slots, I like having lots of characters, so I do buy character slots, but obviously they are not the top priority.
How can I be of service?
I would definitely say, yeah, they're well down the list. You want to make sure that you're playing what you want to play on the character you're already playing before you buy extra character slots.
What do you need? Stay a moment.
All right, we've got lots of quests here. Not quite enough to get us up to 39. We're going to continue on. All right. He's going to be slow because he's an Ent. Classic Ents. All right, come on. I want my next quest. And do we only get one quest here? Perhaps we do. Would be very strange. You're not going to give me another quest, Longbear? Oh well. Okay. I guess we're just going to do this one quest, placing false wards. Alright. So yes, character slots. Classes is next. I would not bother with classes unless there was a particular one that you really wanted to play. Again, I would focus on things that would unlock the game more for you first. Although, if you are VIP, you'll have Rinky Reward for free, I think. And then Bjorning is fun, I guess. So if you want to play those, then buy them. But otherwise, I would focus on things first. Next, we have the currency cap. I would definitely unlock this. It is a big difference having the amount of gold that you can have with the currency cap unlocked. I think this is automatic if you've ever been to VIP before. So maybe just it would be worth it just to get VIP for 1 month. You unlock a bunch of bonuses just because you were VIP once. But yes, the currency cap, very helpful to have unlocked, getting all that extra gold available. And then the next one is the premium wallet upgrade. And that is, I think DJ also replied to this question of Jason's, and it is a massively helpful upgrade. I've just forgotten how helpful it is because it's been so long since I got it. But if you look here, as soon as we kill this wolf, if you look here at the wallet, there's so many extra currencies in here that would otherwise be held in your vault or your shared storage or your bags, and that just takes up so much space. And so being able to keep them all in the wallet, which doesn't take up any space at all, is very helpful. All right. Moving on, we have Crafting Guild access. I mentioned this in my reply to Jason. I focus on crafting quite a bit. I have builded crafters of all the different guilds, but these are unlocked for free by VIPs, so I didn't have to buy these. However, I would recommend getting at least the guild that you are working on your character if you enjoy crafting, because there are so many things that guild crafters have that other crafters don't, and so they are important to unlock, and they unlock account wide, though only that one guild. So I think it's a bit annoying that they lock all those behind a different payment, but that's fine. Mithril coins, not that worth it, I would say. Skirmish traits, that seems to be something that I didn't know was locked behind a paywall. But they are, I don't know, I guess they're worth it. They're not very expensive, only 200 points each for each max rank unlock. So yeah, I guess unlock those. They're usually skirmish soldier pretty often, but again, I wouldn't prioritize it too highly. And then cosmetic outfit slots. I'm not too big into cosmetic outfits, but I have unlocked 2 extra slots, 3 and 4. They're pretty expensive, but I wanted to have the extra 2. I find it useful. I don't know. I wouldn't prioritize it too highly. All right, so that's all the account-wide unlocks. Those would be the most useful just for your entire account, I would say. Just because, yeah, they do unlock for your whole account. They unlock regardless of server or character. Whatever you're playing, if it's your account that you made the purchase on, you'll have those upgrades. And there'll be upgrades that are very, very helpful. There are some other upgrades that are account-wide as well, I'm pretty sure. Like some travel upgrades. Yeah, I think the travel bonuses for some horses are account-wide as well. But yeah, that's all for account-wide upgrades. Next, we'll go on to character-specific ones. There are lots and lots of upgrades in the character section. I would get the ones that help you fulfill your character the most. So virtue slots, I would unlock. I wouldn't really buy stat tomes. That's not really something I would consider worth buying, since you can unlock them free in-game. You can collect them and buy them. You can even buy them for in-game gold, so I don't see why it would be worth spending LotRO points on them. Yeah, things like trait slots and other things like that I would consider worth it. Renames, obviously, you don't really think that's that worth it. But yeah, your character slots, anything that helps you actually play the character that you've selected, I would unlock at the LotRO Store. All right. We have just finished Kindred with the Wardens of Illuminas, which is very helpful, and we've got ourselves a new deed. This is the first time we've gotten to Kindred with a reputation faction, and this has given us a meta deed for World Renowned. You must become Kindred with these 11 different factions, and we get ourselves a steed. It is a nice looking steed too, so we might work towards that later on. All right, now Longbow's got a quest for us. Where's he going to send us? Amon Moth, he's going to send us down there. 3 more quests to pick up here. All right. The next section in the store is the cosmetics section. I'm not super big into cosmetics. They're not my main focus in the game. I'm happy with simple cosmetics. I don't spend that much time putting effort into building, outfits for my characters. But some people do, and some people find that that is the main thing they like in the game. So each their own in that respect. But yeah, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on the cosmetic section. All right, next we've got travel and housing. Now this is a decently helpful section of the LotRO Store. The first part of that being mounts. I would not spend any turbine points on mounts unless it was perhaps, even just perhaps, the goat. I wouldn't buy any of the mounts that you can get in the store just because they seem to be cosmetic differences. You can get fast mounts, healthy mounts just by grinding reputation in the game. The goat, only for the very start of Moria would I get that. Because by the time you get Kindred with the Moria faction, you can get a nice sturdy goat. And even if you work at Thorin's Hall reputation before you go to Moria, you can get a very strong goat from there. And so I wouldn't really buy any mounts from the store unless I had heaps and heaps of spare turbine points, which I'm sure I will never have because there's always things to spend them on. Alright, maps and skills. Now, this is a useful part of the store. You've already seen that I have used some of these, actually, if you've been watching right from the beginning. We've bought 2 extra milestone skills, and this is in that section. I would definitely get some extra milestone skills. 3, I say, is a good number. You definitely want at least 1 extra if you're going to be efficient in your questing. Obviously, it's not necessary, but I find it super helpful to have these extra milestone skills just because you can bind them to places and know that you can map home to them at any point in time. Usually, if I just have 2, I'll bind it to the place where I'm questing at that point in time. and then also to a main hub. So I have access to a vault, auction house, crafting, all that sort of thing. So either Breeland or somewhere else like that. And at this point, we've got it bound to Tinadir as our main hub. All right. We're just looking for colorful berries at this point in time. But yes, so those milestone skills and also the 3 passive bonuses that are associated with them, definitely worth getting. The Hurried Traveler and Expedient Traveler bonuses, and also the Returning Traveler if you use your return skills, which you get from Reputation. They reduce the cooldown on those skills, and having a 5-minute cooldown in your milestones and returns is very, very helpful. If you're not a hunter, of course. If you're a hunter, then you've got your guides and you just return. So I wouldn't get the returning one, but I'd still get the milestone one. Just because 5 minutes makes them so much more useful, being able to use them all of the time. Yeah, so I would get those passive buffs towards those milestones. They're fairly useful. Obviously not top priority like Quest Packs and some other things and the Premium Wallet, but those milestone skills are very helpful. Note, though, that they are bound to your character, not your account. And so you do have to get them on every character that you play, which is quite annoying. You do want them on every character you're going to play for a decent amount of time. But if you're just playing one character, then that's fine. You can just get them on that one character. I would definitely suggest getting it on your main character. All right. Next, we've got housing decorations. I'm not very big into housing in this game. And I don't think it's worth buying housing decorations from the store. You can get plenty of cool looking housing decorations from instances and other things. So, again, I don't think that's worth it. What else we got? The crafting stations for your house. I don't know. There are so many easy places to craft. I don't think it's worth putting a crafting station in your house. All right, we found our stone giant chieftain here. We're going to fight him. Luckily, we're a champion because we can deal with this second enemy that he's got. He's got a friend with a snow bear who's not living in the snow. So, I'm not sure how happy the bear is to be here. Oh well. Down this giant. This is the first time we're fighting giants. They're pretty fun enemies to fight. Surely we should just be crushed. Like, he's cracking the earth with those stomps. Surely we would just be crushed by those hits with his foot. Oh well. Alright, this firefly is annoying us. Okay. So, housing decorations, I wouldn't consider that worth it for getting. Next we've got movement buffs. Again, wouldn't consider buying them from the store. They're not very handy. They don't increase your movement speed by that much, and they're all temporary. So I wouldn't worry about them. Summoning items, again, not that worth it. I do buy simple rally horns on occasion, just because they let you bring your fellowship member to you if you're in a particularly difficult spot and you want someone to come and help you. Having a rally horn on hand is pretty helpful, though you can also get them from other places in the game. So again, not that worth buying them. They are only turbine points or LotRO points each. All right. There's a link here to travel traits. I wonder what that means. Yes, the travel traits I would definitely get. There's an account version and a character version. I would definitely consider the account-wide version of these traits a quote-unquote must-have. They're very expensive, 3,000 turbine points for the Journeyman Riding trait, but it unlocks riding on all of your characters. If you're not VIP, you don't have riding by default. And horses are obviously very, very helpful. And then Journeyman Riding increases the speed of your horses to all be plus 78% speed. Now, this means that any horse you have, you don't have to go find a Kindred Reputation faction horse to get that extra speed. And actually, no horse in the game is this fast. So if we look at any horse that I've got in my mount section, they're all 78% speed. Now, if we didn't have that bonus unlocked, this would be plus 50% speed or 52%. And then these horses down here would be 62. if I remember correctly. I've had this bonus for a long time, so I might be wrong. But yes, those plus 78% speed on those horses is amazing. Very, very helpful indeed. So that's in the character section, in the travel traits. I would say that's worth it, definitely. All right. Heading back to our home now, and in these quests. Now, in the buffs and boosts section, I wouldn't say they are worth it at all. The only thing I would say is worth it is the experience bonus if you're playing to power level. If you're playing to power level, always put an experience bonus on, because you're just repeating the same thing over and over again, usually running an instance or something like that. And that's pretty boring. And so the more you can cut down on that time, the better. So the only time I'd buy anything from this section of the store would be in the experience bonus. All right, there we go. We've hit level 39, which means that we have a trait point to spend. We're going to put it into our Raging Blade trait again, giving us another 20% damage. Next time we get a trait point, we will put it into Great Cleave and use that skill often. And then also getting our battle acuity points up, which just gives us extra damage on our area of effect skills when we use Great Cleave. All right, hit apply there. And we're going to finish this quest over here. Great. I think actually we're going to finish up our quests here. Now we're gonna head over to Rivendell. Oh, we've got level 39, which means our legend grows. So we're gonna actually detach the side, and we'll do this now. We'll head back to Bree, because we've got another class quest to do, and it's a bit different to our normal class quests. So let's take the boat travel back to Tinadir. I guess, guys, this is going to be it for Evendim, so that's a bit unfortunate. Have a last look at the beautiful landscapes of Evendim. We will have many more beautiful landscapes to come, but Evendim is particularly nice to look at, so it's a bit sad that we're leaving, but it's a good time to go. Level 39, we're ready to do some epics and head further on through the story. I don't think we'll start those epics in this episode. We're coming close to the end, but it'll be good to get ready to do them next episode. All right, as we head to Bree, yeah, I would just say in the buffs section of the store, I would only get those XP boosts, 200% or 100%, whichever one you'd like. The other things, not really worth it at all, I would say. All right. Goods and services, wouldn't really say these are worth it. Dyes, food and drink, armor, not very useful. Plenty of good armor and stuff you can get. But in legendary items, I would say definitely unlocking the extra legacy slots. I definitely think those are worth getting.
Greetings, friend.
Horse master there. It's fine. Getting those extra legendary item slots, I'll explain a bit more about them when we do hit level 45 or level 50 and can start using legendary items. But I would say those additional legendary item slots are very helpful. Not the additional legacy slots, but additional legendary item slots. Not sure where exactly that is in the store, but if you go into your legendary items panel, which is Shift I by default, obviously we can't open it yet because we don't have access to them, but you can click on that button that has the LotRO point icon, and it'll send you to that point in the store and unlock those. So those are the things that are worth it for legendary items. All right, what else? Nothing else I'm seeing worth it here. Loot box keys would not say are worth it. War steeds, I wouldn't say anything to do with war steeds is worth it unless you're particularly interested in cosmetics of your war steed. Getting a color set maybe, but those are character specific as well, so they're a bit annoying in that regard. Although I am seeing here that apparently you have to buy the heavy trait tree and light trait tree for your class, for yourself if you're not VIP. I would definitely unlock the light horse once you're there, once you're up to horses, which is level 75. The light horse is the best horse in my opinion, and it's the most general purpose. It lets you do the most damage, lets you move the fastest, all that sort of thing. All right, well we're here at Ogre. Your legend grows. We complete this quest,
and your families.
And he is just letting us know that we can now buy these 3 books. Now these are technically a class quest, I guess, all of these books will give us a class deed. So we can buy them. They all cost just under 200 silver. They are automatically consumed when we buy them. And we can see in our deed panel, in our class tab, we can see down here we have 3 new deeds. The Joy of Battle, the Tome of Swords, and the Artisan Blade. And they all say to talk to Gimli in Rivendell. We can do that. We're heading to Rivendell anyway. So we might as well go and find Gimli whilst we're there. Okay. What are we up to now? We're going to have quests to go... Where are we going? Where are we going? Rangers of Estelden. We won't do that right now. We really should go to Rivendell, I guess. I guess we'll head to Rivendell. We'll just do some housekeeping there to end off the episode. All right. We have a home there because we left it quite a few episodes ago now, before we even started Evendim. So we're heading back there now. All right. The rest of the things in the LotRO store, if things are on sale, they're more worth it. Shared storage is definitely worth it in my opinion. I think I missed that in the account section. But shared storage, I would definitely say is worth it. When we're heading over to the last homely house, I'll show you my vault. I'll show you my shared storage, and show you why I think it's extremely worth it. And it's worth it for crafting. So if you're not interested that much in crafting, then I would definitely say don't buy it. It's not as useful if you're not into crafting. But if you're doing all the different crafting vocations and you've got multiple crafters, then it's definitely worth it, and I'll show you why. We're heading to the last homely house. We have to talk to Elrond anyway. And so here is a vault as well while we're here. So if we go, yeah, vault, you can get extra vault space, but I would just add the space with silver and not buy any extra. So I'd get all of that. But then shared storage, you can see when it loads in, I have 220 slots. So I've been buying this for a while, and I use a lot of it. I've got boxes for all of my different crafters. I've got a legendary items box for all of my different legendary items things, a metal box because metal is used by so many different crafters, just a main chest for anything that I'm going to use on multiple different characters, and then miscellaneous crafting. It's mainly for crafting, as you can see, and transferring crafting ingredients between my characters. So I will do this in between this and the next episode. I'll put in all of these things, and eventually we'll log in to all those different characters. And when I do, I just empty out their box into their own vault. All right, so yes, shared storage, very, very useful, very worthwhile to buy. And I think we're going to do just 2 last things in this episode. We're going to talk to Elrond, who is up here in the library. Up in Elrond's library. This last homely house, by the way, one of the landmarks from the books and movies, is obviously where the Council of Elrond took place. All right, Refuge of the Elves, yes. Finish that quest. And he is going to help us begin Book 4, which is what we're going to do next episode. So we have to talk to Aragorn first for the forward. Okay, and we're going to head to Gimli, who is, just by coincidence, in the exact same place as Aragorn. So we'll be dropping off exactly where we want to start the next episode. All right. Heading just out of the last homely house, we're going to have to head to the guest houses. I think Rivendell is going to be our new hub as well, since it's got all of the services we would need. It's got a vault, it's got a skirmish camp, and all of that. Level 40 will have some new skirmishes as well, so get ready for those features. I think we'll feature them after we finish off our next stint of epic stories, though. I want to do all those episodes in a row, just so we're not skipping back and forth between topics too much. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to say on the LotRO store. As a quick summary, if you're not a VIP, you don't have quest packs unlocked, I would definitely invest in those. I would invest in trait slots, currency upgrades, the premium wallet, and I would get shared storage if you like crafting. The guild unlocks are worth it as well, and I like the milestone unlocks also. But other than that, it's all up to personal preference. See if something in the LotRO store would be useful to you, and if it is, and you've got the LotRO points, definitely spend them. You've got them for a reason, so you might as well use them. All right. So that's going to be all in the LotRO store. Hopefully that was helpful. Good rundown. It was nice to, yeah, have a look at them all. And here we are. Here's Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn. 3 big characters, and Boromir, a 4th. Very good. All right, so we'll talk to Gimli, and we have these 3 deeds. All right, so we're talking about 3 books with Gimli, actually. We've bought these 3 books from our trainer, and we're talking to Gimli about them, and he's telling us who is holding the rest of the pages. So we've got these 3 deeds now. If we have a look at our deed log, we've got these 3, and then we've got 8 pages to collect. We can see the first 4 pages of this book can be found on enemies scattered across Angmar, Eregion, and Moria, and the last 4 pages in Foreshell, Moria, and the Misty Mountains. So usually you finish these books in Moria, and luckily all 8 pages can be found there. And you just find them on goblins and orcs and any humanoid, really. So we'll be finding those, and they all give us a class trait point as our reward. So that's 3 class trait points that we're looking at down the line, 1 for each of these books, and so we'll be collecting those as we go, especially through these next epic quests. We'll be collecting some as well. Not in this first book, but once we hit book 5 through 8 and beyond, we'll definitely be collecting lots of those pages. Alright guys, that is going to be all for today. Hope you enjoyed our finishing up of Evendim and getting ready for our book 4 adventures next episode. That'll be tomorrow. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions, any comments, or any suggestions, maybe you have some things that you like to buy from the LotRO store, leave them down in the comment section below. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button for new videos every day, simply walking into Mordor. But for now, guys, that's going to be all. So thank you all for watching. As always, it's been a pleasure playing with you. This is Nauglir, and I'll see you tomorrow.